At the time of this recording, in the latest version of Adobe Premiere Pro Beta, you can use generative AI to extend the lengths of clips and audio sources in your timeline. In order to follow along with this exercise, you'll want to go to your Creative Cloud application, and from the sidebar, you could head over to the Beta apps to double check that Premiere Pro Beta is installed on your system and currently up to date. Once you've checked that, you can close out Creative Cloud and head over to your exercise files, where in the Media folder, under the Generative Clip Extend folder, is a Premiere Pro project we can open up in the latest beta. I'll double-click to open it, Premiere Pro will launch, and inside of our timeline we'll see two clips. The duration of the sequence happens to be 10 seconds, and we'll notice a big gap in between those two clips. Fill that gap by extending the length of the first clip. And we'll use generative AI in order to analyze the contents of the first clip and extend it to our desired duration. Now, there are some limitations currently with Generative Clip Extend in the beta, and that is you can only extend your video sources up to a certain amount, and the same thing with audio. The next thing that you want to keep in mind is that under the Premiere Pro settings, you can see the AI models that you are working with, which is part of the Adobe Firefly Video and Audio Model family. Let's just choose OK. From the toolbar, choose the Generative Extend tool. That will highlight. And as long as your clips meet certain specifications, at the time of this recording, both HD and 720 content is supported, under 30 frames per second, we can extend the length of our clip up to a certain duration. So in this case, I'm extending it to just over 2 seconds. We can see once I release the mouse, it's uploading our content and then generating new frames of the new duration that we've specified. We could also track the progress from the progress dashboard here at the top, seeing that Generative Extend is going to work. Now that it's finished processing, if you take a close look at this clip, you have a little tag on it showing the part of the clip that is AI generated. In fact, I'll press the equal key so that we can see this. Generated Extend only works up to 2 seconds, which is why we see these slashes here at the end of the clip. It won't extend it beyond that duration. So I'll just play back the sequence from the beginning so we can see the original shot. And then it will eventually lead into the generative clip. We'll see a few frames that are black, and then it will go into our second shot. In this specific example, because we weren't able to generate it all the way because of the 2-second limitation, we could select Generative Extend tool again, and of course, extend the second clip here in the timeline to where it's going to be generating and track its progress here at the top and in the timeline. On our first clip, we could also see the generated section identified by this little token and play back to see the clip extension inside of Premiere Pro. And that is how you can use Generative Clip Extend inside of Adobe Premiere Pro Beta.